Good evening and thanks so much for joining us on your Thursday night. I'm Sophie Erber.
And I'm Tim Seaman. Siouxlanders who say that they support a mask mandate in Sioux City's public schools made their case known in downtown Sioux City today. This
after school board members failed to vote on a mask measure during a recent special meeting held. It's our top story now at 6. A COVID Safety for Schools event was held outside the Sioux City Public Museum today.
That rally, sponsored by Science for Safe Schools, Iowa Educators for a Safe Return to School, and the Siouxland COVID Safety Alliance.
Speakers at today's event included board members, educators, and medical professionals. They all stressed the importance of mitigation measures in schools, as almost 30% of all new COVID cases in Iowa are from children.
We are trying to do the right things for the students. I sent a message today, and I hope that it resonates in the hearts and the ears of SOS. It's an urgent call for help to save our students by mask all to save all.
There are more than a dozen school districts in the state of Iowa that have reinstated mask mandates following a temporary order from a federal judge.
A longtime Morningside College development director is the new foundation president at Unity Point Health St. Luke's. Carrie Winkleplex spent 18 years at the college before being named to oversee operations of the Hospital Foundation and the Children's Miracle Network. She replaces Susan Unger, who retired earlier this year.
Big Ox Energy will be paying more than $1 million to the United States and the state of Nebraska. The biofuels company and the NLC Energy Venture 30 have reached a settlement with the state of Nebraska and the U.S. Department of Justice. All this for allegedly violating state and federal environmental laws. As for Big Ox, its waste-to-energy facility in Dakota City, Nebraska was specifically singled out. The EPA found that hazardous amounts of waste was being released from that facility on several occasions between the years 2017 and 2019.
University of South Dakota President Sheila Jestring laid out her vision for the future of the university today. Entering her 4th year as president, Jestring highlighted 2 large campus projects, the new School of Health Sciences building and the Wellness Center expansion. Those are set for completion in 2022 and 24, respectively. USD recently was recognized as the best public university in both South Dakota and North Dakota by the U.S. News and World Report.
Let's turn our attention now to the weather. Chief Meteorologist Scott Larson standing by. And Scott, kind of a hard day to be inside. It was sunny, pleasant, even the breeze you said out of the south, so that felt nice.
Yeah, today is the first full day of fall out there, Sophie, and well, it felt really good out there with temperatures in the upper 70s and lower 80s throughout Siouxland this afternoon. Some of the hotter spots in northeast Nebraska, 83 in Norfolk and Wayne. We were able to get up to 78 in Sioux City. Tonight we'll see temperatures fall back into the 40s across most of the area. It looks like we'll have some more cloud cover start to work in, and it's been hard to have many precipitation chances lately, but we do have one to talk about on Friday. We'll share more in a few minutes.
All right, thanks a lot, Scott. Tim?
What's working and what still needs to happen to make Sioux City's Mid-America Museum of Aviation and Transportation continue to take off? Those questions are being answered this week during a museum peer review by the American Association of Museums. Jim Burt, a retired executive director of the Liberal Kansas Air Museum, is touring the local museum's grounds and displays. He also spent the day interviewing board members and city leaders. Now, the museum board will eventually receive a laundry list of ways to improve operations and participation at the museum.
It brings an opportunity for outside eyes to come in and look at your operation. You know, think of it as a friendly inspection. It's very much a cabinet of curiosity museum at this point. Look at them.
Like many museums, the Mid-America Museum of Aviation and Transportation closed during the peak of COVID infections. It's now open Fridays and Saturdays from noon to 4. Burt says despite roadblocks, museums need to strive to fulfill their mission serving the public.
So how do we do that? We find ways to reach out to our audience and what does the community need? How can we bring additional tourists and those great tourist dollars into the community?
Results of the museum assessment program should be presented to the board of directors by the end of the year. By the way, the museum is hosting a hangar dance with dinner and live music on October 9th. You can find details about that inside this story at SiouxlandProud.com.
Well, last month, Sioux City Animal Adoption and Rescue Center found 2 inseparable cats. One cat didn't have eyes, the other was a seeing eye cat.
But now there's a new cat in the mix. KCAU 9 reporter Jason Toktajian shares that update.
Tim and Sophie, 1-year-old Keller was born without eyes, and his mom has been a seeing eye cat. But an unforeseen circumstance led the Animal Adoption and Rescue Center to introduce a new kitten to the family.
The Sioux City Animal Adoption and Rescue Center director recalls when she was introduced to the blind cat and its mother.
It was a unique situation in the respect that we impounded the blind cat first. And the blind cat had no eyeballs and was not neutered. And so we got him in, and he was very lost, very confused. Within a day or so, we ended up getting the female in, which we assume is his mother.
After a visit to the vet, it was clear the seeing eye cat was not well.
We found out that there was something wrong with her mouth. So after she was spayed, we took her back in, and she had to have all of her teeth removed, and then she had a large tumor in her sinus cavity. That has since been removed. They wanted to test it, but we felt that we just really didn't want to know.
So the shelter decided to introduce a kitten to the family to see if the mom cat would accept him in.
The mother did not accept any other cats because she'd been protecting him all of his life. And so we took a kitten. And it was one of our kittens that was very unique. He was, he's got a ton of personality, and he just was just a different and a unique personality. So we put him in with them, and they love each other. I've been here 37 years, and I've never come across a situation like this.
9-week-old Trixie is now part of the family and has been learning to help the blind cat.
We use bells, a ball with a bell in it, so that he can hear exactly where this ball is. The kitten, it's just great to see them walk together, because they walk together in unison, especially him and his mother, and the kitten is learning that as well. So it's just learned behavior. They know that he has an eye issue.
And now all that's left to do is find a home for the 3 cats.
We have to find somebody that will accept 3 cats, and let alone 2 cats or 1 cat. So we were looking for that special home, that special someone that would give these guys a chance.
Rarrett says the trio are indoor cats, and if you are willing to adopt these cats, make sure to go to our website at SiouxlandProud.com and click on this story under the Featured Content tab for more information. Jason Toktajian, KCAU 9 News.
A special family. Thanks, Jason. And after months of waiting, Vermilion's National Music Museum is finally opening its doors. For almost 3 months, the on-campus exhibit has been a work in progress of sorts, but today they got to show off their new improvements with a concert. That's set for tomorrow night, with a ribbon-cutting ceremony taking place to show off that new space officially. Coming up tonight at 10, KCAU 9 News reporter Mallory Smith is giving us a sneak peek at this grand opening. Millions of Americans struggle to put food on the table, and while there is some help available, it can be difficult to ask for it.
Indeed.